Hey, what's up guys, it's Fish here and welcome back to another scenario battle on Total War Warhammer. We are back with another 4v4 that was recorded over on my Discord, so if you guys want to be a part of these battles in the future, then make sure to go down in the description, find the invitation link and join my Discord. So yes, as I said, this is a 4v4 ambush battle where the Bretonnians, using the Glory mod, have decided to invade the forest of the elves. The elves will not stand for this, so they have laid an ambush ready to hit these Bretonnian soldiers before they get deep into their own territory. So as you can see, the elves have set up a pretty mighty perimeter around on this custom map, and the Bretonnian forces are marching to their death. Maybe. So there are a few rules to this battle. The only rules I'll run through are just the simple ones. So Bretonnia were only allowed to bring one legendary lord, Fay Enchantress, and the Wood Elves were only allowed to bring Orion as a legendary lord. All the other lords had to just be a basic, normal lord. And that kind of plays into the objectives. So if the Wood Elves end up killing Fay Enchantress, then they win the day. However, if the Bretonnian forces manage to kill Orion, then they win the day. So it's kind of like a legendary lord off in this ambush battle, which should be really, really fun. I'm pretty excited for it. So yeah, let's go ahead and run through the army comps really quickly. We can do this pretty simply by just popping them up on your screen so you guys can see. However, there are a few custom units which we're not kind of akin to, and their pictures, because we are using the Glory mods. And as I should mention, all the mods that I use in this battle will be used in the description down below, so you guys can go check it out for yourselves. So we'll start off with Bretonnian forces. On the front line we have the Sergeants at Arms. This is obviously part of the Glory mob. We make our way back. We actually have some elves fighting for them. The Black Rangers, which I imagine is like a mercenary company that Bretonnia can hire, which are cool. Then we have a field trebuchet. We also have this fucking bad boy. Look at him, the Lady's Wrath. This looks like what's his face from Game of Thrones. You guys know the person I'm thinking of. I've completely drawn a mind blank. But yeah, this is what the Clegane guy who comes back to life. That guy. The Mountain, yeah, obviously. This dude is absolutely hench. Look at him. I can't wait to see him throw himself into combat. Then we have the lady. We have some armored halberdiers. Then we also have some of these heroic knights dismounted. Love these great sword infantry. Keep on going back. We have some Lady's Wrath. These guys are like elite polearm infantry, which is definitely very, very nice. Some more Black Rangers, some more heroic knights. Then we also have some Ladies Chosen. These guys looking sick as well with the antlers coming out of their helmets. More trebuchets. Then we make our way back with some battle pilgrims along with some questing knights. Again, I love the questing knights. I love the way how they just have all their stuff on their back. I think it's really, really cool. They also have some more cavalry in the form of Grail Knights. Do they have some archer cavalry as well over here? Oh no, we just have some of these Fay longbows, I think they're called. Yeah, Fay longbows, and then I think that makes up pretty much the entire force. I think there is some more cavalry over here on the right hand side of Grail Knights. Obviously we have the Lords, and we also have a Damsel, and obviously Fay the Enchantress as well over there. So as we make our way back, we can see the Wood Elf army. Their main line is going to be consisting of these Eternal Guard. Behind them, we have a lot of these War Dancers, which are going to be great at killing the infantry. It's going to be very interesting to see how the Wood Elves actually manage to deal with the heavy strength of the cavalry in Bretonnia. Some more Eternal Guard back here. We have a Spell Singer of Shadows, so there's going to be loads of Vortex spells coming out. We have some Glade Guard. Keep on making our way back, more Glade Guard. Then we have some Asari Spear Masters. Oh, these dudes look sick. Look at them go. This is like Eternal Guard, but just with the Asari Spears. That's awesome. And there, I'm sure, going to be doing lots of damage. The Wildwood Rangers, who are anti-large, not that that's going to really come into play. We've got some more War Dancers. Going over here, we've got more Eternal Guard. I'm just looking for like the custom units you guys wouldn't have seen with the Glory mod at the moment. There's just a lot of Eternal Guard. Over here we have a nice little archer ambush as well. These guys just can look at the range as well. There, I feel sorry for Bretonnian forces when they run into this amount of missiles from the Deepwood Scouts. More War Dancers back here. Obviously we have a Forest Dragon as well over here. Or is this a Glade? Yeah, this is a Forest Dragon and a Great Eagle. Orion is positioned here, so this is where the enemy forces, the Bretonnian forces, need to get to actually kill him. We got loads of Eagles and Hawk Riders as well to start harassing the enemy formation. A big portion of Wild Riders, and we have Asari Shadow Riders. What the hell are these guys? Oh, they look sick as hell. Look at them. They're on like they're on unicorns. Oh my god, that unit is amazing. Look at that. That is so cool. Then finally back here, I imagine we have these some shadow. Oh, we got some more infantry. Oh yeah, these guys look nice. It's amazing what the modders can do in Total War Warhammer, considering they can't add in any other like custom assets. They just have to use everything else that is already in the game. There's also a big reinforcement Bretonnian army over here. When can these guys not join the battle? Because there's a huge Bretonnian army over here. Is this like Col Franz or something? I imagine this is where the enemy are trying to get to, and I guess all this cavalry is going to join the battle a little bit later on. That's awesome. I love the way you guys create these awesome scenarios. And then we have an infantry force coming behind as well, just made up of, I guess, a lot of this Eternal Guard and some Way Watchers. So that is the battle. Let's go ahead and spend the last 30 seconds, because the battle does start around 12 minutes. So we will just go down, continue to watch these guys marching forward. We'll slow up the camera as well. And we can watch these guys just move forward into the arc of the elven missiles. I mean, if these Bretonnian, I mean, you can actually see the elves in the distance as well. You know, like, oh, what's that in the distance? Oh, it must be nothing. Keep on marching. I also like how all the like elite knights are at the back of the formation as well. Just like, yeah, you peasantry go first forward, and we'll just wait back here and hide. I'm just looking forward to when that first volley comes across here and just kills so many of these dudes. But I think the Bretonnian forces, you know, they have a lot of really good cavalry, and the Wood Elves are going to be trying to kind of move around their soldiers. Wait, why are these trebuchets loading? Because I'd imagine the elves are going to get the first volley off onto these guys on the front, on the men-at-arms sergeants. They still have no clue at the moment. No clue whatsoever. They're holding their position, so maybe they can sense something. There's no missiles coming their way yet either. The ambush hasn't been sprung, but the Bretonnian forces are holding. Are these guys just being a bit wary? Have they had their scouts not a turn? Oh no, here we go. They are charging forward now. I think they've suddenly realized that the Wood Elves are in position, ready to strike, as they have, instead of marching, they've decided to start running. When are the arrows going to start coming from across here? That's what I want to see. Because they are continuing just to move up into position. And the ambush, still, the Wood Elves are being so patient right now. Just biding their time. And there we go. We can see the horns. The first archer volleys are going to be coming in. Oh no, the first couple volleys are coming in. The trebuchets are also really quick to start firing though, which is going to be great news for them. And the first infantry forces of the men-at-arms sergeants are going to have to be running forward. I'm looking forward to seeing all these arrows coming over here. Yeah, you can start to see the arrows coming over and just slaughtering these men-at-arms. They do not stand a chance with the amount of missile fire coming in, especially from up here. I'll quickly press K so you guys can see the forces. Yeah, the back of these guys' formation, of the Bretonnian formation, is about to be cut off from retreat, which is going to be smart. The infantry lines are about to be clashing right now as we see the Eternal Guard coming in against the men-at-arms. Already we're having some spells being cast, which is great to see. I'm not really sure what it is. I think it's a buff going off on these men-at-arms. It is indeed regeneration, as a lot more of the Eternal Guard come flying into the battle itself. I think the Eternal Guard are going to be doing a decent job against this frontline infantry, and the trebuchets have been formed up now, as a lot of the scouts are moving, or the rangers, sorry, the Wildwood Rangers are now moving into the battle line. I mean, I'm sure this is the fight the Bretonnians want to have. If they can get into close melee combat, they might not suffer too much in this ambush, as a lot of these questing knights are going to be so good. Oh, the Lady's Wrath, this guy is going to be moving, and I want to see him just get his charge off, flying into enemy forces. He looks so sick as he's making his way to the front line itself. There we go, his first strike, just killing so many Eternal Guard. We also get to see the questing, or no, the dismounted, what even are these guys called? The heroic knights being formed up right now. That's great to see them going forward. So we'll go slow-mo just so we can get a good idea of what's going on in the battle, obviously, and we get a good, nice look of his charge. Because obviously there's loads of action going on, and we don't want to miss any of it, as we get an entire unit of these Cavaliers, which are, I guess, a special unit of questing knights, or just knights of the realm by the looks of their shields, as they just come flying into the back of these archers. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. The elves have to be really careful of not abandoning their archers. They need to have a lot of support, and because they're in the trees as well, a lot of their arrows aren't actually finding their marks. Because, yeah, look at all this cavalry just getting perfect charges in. The questing knights coming in, hitting these archers, and then it's going to be up to the shadow spears to make their way up and help out. We look on this far left-hand side, we can see that we have a champion unit. I think this is the champion unit. Yeah, it's just like one of each like really famous person, which is really cool. Someone actually did give me a lore description, which was great to read. It's just got like a bunch of like custom heroes in one unit, which is just awesome. I love that type of feel. More of these. Ooh, what the hell are these guys? I think I missed out on these guys when I was going through the army comps. The zealots. Oh, that's cool. That's very, very cool. Oh, nice. Look at this kind of rear envelopment right now from the elves. They're going to form up and just slowly close the noose. That is awesome. Have these guys started to move yet? They haven't started to move yet, so I wonder when these guys are going to get involved in the action, because you know, if they're not careful, these guys are going to really struggle. Like, these front lines are going to be hard. Granted, they are demolishing the front lines for the wood elf. Like, their infantry are just crumbling, pushing in more of these cavalrymen as well, the questing knights along with the rest of the infantry. Are just going to be overwhelming the Eternal Guard. They really are not going to stand a chance. We do have some Earthblood being cast, though, on a huge Earthblood there going off on this entire bulk of infantry, which is going to be giving us some great regeneration. But these Knights are just going to be so much better than the rest of the forces. We do actually have a Forest Dragon as well assembling. And I mean, it's going to be up to these Bretonnian forces literally just to break forward. Where is the Fay as well? The Fay, where are for out to you? Let's try and find her, because she's going to obviously be really important. Here she is, Fay Enchantress right there. She's going to be super important, because obviously if she goes down, it is over for the Bretonnian forces, and Orion is all the way over here as well. So if Orion obviously stays safe and he's absolutely fine, we'll continue to watch these forces. We'll go back onto play as the battle continues on, as we just again see a lot of these knights just making their way around the flanks of the Eternal Guard shield wall and hitting them hard. We have the Lady's Wrath right here as well, the captain. He is just so sick, leading the men forward, pushing the sergeants into the battle. More cavalry making its way into the back of the enemy lines, but there's just so many. Like, there's literally just so many archer volleys coming off. This unit of questing knights has managed to make its way forward through all the spears and just gets a perfect charge off there onto the archers, sending so many of them flying. But again, there's just so many other archers ready to just switch targets and start hitting them. We also have the Hawk Riders as well, just descending upon the enemy lines. What do we have going off here? Oh, we have a Vortex spell. However, that's not going to be doing too great. I mean, I guess it doesn't move either, yeah. This Vortex spell was kind of a waste. It's just too far off and didn't really do too much damage there. It would have been much better to stick it in the back lines if they could have. These knights are just fighting heroically right now, staying true to their name. The trebuchets are firing double time as well. Oh, look how cool this unit is as well. They're going to be so sick. I love the Bretonnian Glory roster. They have some really elite soldiers. And I mean, at the moment, they are holding back a lot of their elite soldiers, kind of just sending forward the peasantry and the knights to harass these lines, trying their best to kill as many of these guys as possible. Now, as we can see, the fight round the back has also commenced now as well, as a lot of the knights have come flying into the back of these guys. We do have some of the Shield of Thorns being popped and Earthblood as the Grail Knights, or the Grail Guardians. Oh yeah, these are Grail Knights coming charging in into the back of these Eternal Guard, or into the front of them, with the support of the Battle Pilgrims as well. We can see them coming flying in, and this is good, because if they can smash this back formation right here, which it looks like they're going to be doing, they have a lot of these heroic knights which are obviously extremely good. If they can break this main line here and they can get Fay the Enchantress out of here, then they're going to be solid. They really are. And there's not a ton of troops back here for the elves. You know, they really just don't have that many men, just a couple units of Eternal Guard and some archers. But again, obviously these archers aren't going to be doing great if they're getting run down by cavalrymen, so they have to be very careful. And I think they are going to break through this. Yeah, they're routing a few units, but they're obviously losing a few units. Now, granted, there are some pretty strong, you know, Eternal Guard here with swords. Oh, the Eternal Guard swords. I didn't actually see them when I was running through the rosters. That's pretty cool to see them, yeah, with actual swords. Just giving them a bit of a kind of a beefier engagement. There you go. We get to see their swords right there. That's cool to see. But yeah, actually, these guys are really heavily strengthened right now. The Wood Elves are just not losing men at all back here, and they're killing a lot of these Grail. Yeah, look how many Grail Knights have gone down as they try and force their way forward. I think Bretonnia need to send reinforcements if they expect to have any chance in winning this battle. I think they're doing a great job at winning this frontal engagement just with the amount of men they have here. But everywhere else, they are really, really struggling. They need this 4th Bretonnian army to come in, and I'm not sure when it does decide to come in. So, yeah, it's going to be really, really game-defining if we get to see them come in. We'll go back onto normal speed and watch the ladies chosen with their antlers fighting off this Eternal Guard. The archers are again coming in, and that's the main issue right now for the forces of Bretonnia. It's just they're just dealing with so much missile fire. A lot of these guys are all charging in as well. We have some of the shadow, what are these guys called again? The Spearmasters, sorry. These dudes are obviously very, very skilled, and they're going to be charging into the traitorous elves who are fighting for Bretonnia as more and more knights come flying in to try and hit these guys down the back. We actually have the Grail Guardians this time supporting their archer force. But I'm sure Bretonnians will be more than happy to sacrifice their archer force to get these guys killed. And I mean, having these knights in, we should hopefully get rid of these guys fairly effectively. Lots of this cavalry is going to be cutting down the infantry. And I mean, that reinforcement army just needs to turn up right now, because the sooner it turns up, the easier it will be for Bretonnia to win. I imagine Orion is still extremely healthy. All these elven archers are obviously just having a field day, shooting off as many shots as they can get off, and not really having to deal with too much worry. Oh, a huge vortex spell going off right here, directly in the middle of this Bretonnian force. It's like whipping up so many of their archers and their knights. This is going to be deadly, unfortunately. The units of Lady Chosen are still fighting on. These guys should be doing good against the Eternal Spears. I expect them to be holding their own very, very nicely. If we take a look all the way over here, we can see that the forces of Bretonnia in this rear position are going to be getting beaten back very, very soon. And do these reinforcements just not even move? Are they just kind of awaiting the lady and she just never turns up? More knights being shoved into the fight, but the Eternal Guard are doing an amazing job. Like, these heroic knights are doing great. Like, they are definitely killing them, having, you know, obviously heavy dismounted greatsword infantry, but they're just not doing it fast enough, and that's allowing everyone else to really, really rack round. And yeah, the forces are not looking great. I mean, they still have a lot of strength, but I imagine Orion has barely been touched in this engagement. And where is the lady right now? I'm trying to, the Fay, sorry. Yeah, she's over here, still being protected by a few of her soldiers. Like, there's a few lords around her, and we do obviously have this forest dragon as well. But I mean, it just looks like that the wood elves have so many men left remaining. I just don't see that how the Bretonnian forces are going to win. However, the knights have been launched. Look at this. They are coming to the Fay's rescue right now. We have all the Pegasus Knights as well, and these guys are rushing double time. If they can slam into the back of this formation and then they can kind of recoil and form back up, then maybe the Fae can retreat from this engagement, because you look how many archers are here and they're just so ill defended right now. Look, there's like no defense for any of these archers, and Orion is going to be the one holding these guys back. That is a risky maneuver right now, and I think all of the cavalry for the Wood Elves are just pushing on the Fae right now. We have some of the Temple Guard holding off, which is something actually I think a unit I missed off as well. They look sick. Look at these guys right here. Fighting off against the Wildwood Riders. And this Unicorn Cavalry as well. Looks great. They're going to be trying to push forward, but as long as they just they protect the Fay Enchantress, they should be okay. Obviously, they have a Lord here as well. And now this cavalry is turning up. Beautiful. Yeah, the cavalry is turned up. All these Pegasus Knights come flying in. So it's going to be very interesting to see what the Bretonnian forces do, because they obviously have to kill these guys. Yeah, they actually send back the Spell Singer already. Where did Orion go? Yeah, it's interesting to see what they do, because obviously they're going to be charging in heavily and hitting all of these archers as best they can. Look at this. They're just descending upon all these archers and killing them. But they could just decide just to surround Orion and kill him, because obviously, as you guys know, as I said, if Orion goes down, the battle is over, as you just see an elven head just come flying off from these Pegasus Knights, the Royal Pegasus Knights. And the rest of the cavalry is just going to be pouring down. And as I said, there is just no defense for their archers right now. They obviously, the Wood Elves were not expecting this, because they're about to be overwhelmed. And their main job, I guess, is just to try and surround the Fae. And then if they can kill her, then that's great. Where even is she right now? That's why I'm trying to look to see how much HP she is on. I don't think she has engaged yet. This is just a Lord, right? Yeah, this is just a Lord. So I'm trying to find her on the battlefield, and I can't seem to actually be able to find her. But I know she is still full health right now, because obviously the battle would have ended if she did go down. Yeah, oh, she's all the way over here trying to get... Yeah, this is a smart move. Trying to force her all the way over here and get her behind all this coming cavalry is going to be great. She can also cast some spells on the hitting Orion. And yeah, Orion could literally just go down here. He's got no support whatsoever as all these Grail Guardians, all these Grail Knights just surround him and just start picking away at his HP with their lances. That's extremely smart, and using obviously all of these Pegasus Knights as well just to harass all the missiles. We've got a lot of the infantry breaking out again. And yeah, and look at all this infantry's over here where they should just be trying to kill the Fay. But no, this is just a lord. Where is... Oh, she's right here, yeah. They just need to be surrounding this as more of the cavalry comes flying in, hitting into these archers, sending them down into the abyss. We've got a Comet of Cassador coming off. One of the Bretonnian generals do actually go down right now. The Grail Guardians protecting the Fay. And once they surround her, I think the Bretonnians have this. They really, really do. Because Orion is surrounded right now. The Fay is protected from... the Fay Enchantress is protected from everyone else. We've got the Pegasus Knights coming round. And I think the Wood Elves have just lost this. They just haven't protected their missiles too well. And that's just going to come back and hit them. The Forest Dragon is still alive. Maybe the Forest Dragon can come down and help Orion, but he's just by himself right now, and that is just not good. A lot of the infantry, yeah, as you can see, are just surrounding him. We got one of the Glade Lords running for their lives. Orion is going to be burning very, very soon if the Wood Elves are not careful. This was supposed to be an ambush battle. The Wood Elves were supposed to have the advantage, but it looks like they are really, really struggling to gain victory here, leaving Orion by himself to fight off. Now, Orion doesn't break, I believe. I'm pretty sure he fights to the bitter end, so they still have plenty of time to go and support him if they can kind of dispatch some more forces to help out. And I mean, this has been a bloody ambush battle right now. So many explosions going off onto this infantry unit. Oh, look at this infantry, or this archer unit. The Companions? What's this? The Asari Champions. They look sick as hell. Yeah, they look so cool. Look at them. Really, really cool helmets. They have the Glade Guard helmets. That's awesome. The Heroic Knights fighting them off, though. And they're going to be routing. How is Orion doing? Orion is so low right now. Yeah, and oh no, but so is Fay. No, that's just the Lord. Okay, thank God. I keep on losing her. It's really... Oh, she's full health still. She's fine. That's just a Lord as well. I just honestly keep on losing the Fay Enchantress. Where the hell is she even gone? I know, but she's running back. Yeah, she's fleeing for her life. That is very smart. If I was them, though, I'd send like my Forest Dragon over there. We actually have Orion chasing her down as well. That's hilarious. That is hilarious. Look at him go. He's just trying to descend upon her as fast as he can. And the Bretonnian forces need to kind of abandon this engagement and just retreat back, because all they have to do is kill her. With a few Hawk Riders coming over to harass these guys. One of the Bretonnian Lords is on a Demigryph, so he's going to be, or a Hippogriff, sorry. And he's going to be charging down along with the rest of the Royal Hippogriff Knights as well. Are they going to be having some nice air combat here, or are they going after Orion right now? And they're just going to be they're just so much faster than him. They're just going to be able to descend upon him, get a nice little charge bonus, protect the Fay Enchantress, and the thing just kill him. Where are they going? They need to turn around and kill. I think they're trying to, oh yeah, obviously kill these Hawk Riders just to protect her, which they don't really need to do. Maybe that's a bit of an overkill, but overall I guess it's not a bad idea as well. We have a few Lords dueling each other right now as well as they continue to fight off. We have this Glade Lord with a Ladies' Wrath champion here as well. Rest of the Grail Knights are pushing on as well. How many people are left for either side? So 600 left for Bretonnians and 1,600 for the Elves. Holy crap, the Elves have so many soldiers left, which means it's even more important that they pounce and try and kill Orion. They just need to send everything on there. If they do that, they're going to for sure win the battle. Because there's so many Elves still left remaining. And yeah, as you can see, if we look at the battlefield, there are just no Bretonnian infantry soldiers left at all. There's a few knights, but that's barely it. Like, the archer fire has really come up big for the forces. Oh, we're going to see. We're finally going to see some soldiers come off over here. Orion popping some spells. What's going to be happening? Are they going to... This battle better not desync. Like, Orion is so low. Oh, I think the objective as well for the Fay is to get over to here. If the Fay gets to this castle, she must win. Surely that's... Because there's only 14 seconds left. So I imagine if she does get here, she survives the ambush and they win. That must have been me misreading the rules. Yeah, that must be the case because she has escaped now, and there was a close defeat for Bretonia, but technically it was a close victory because they managed to escape their legendary lord. So sorry about that. That was a bit of a messy replay just because I guess I didn't read the rules fully and got a bit confused. So I do apologize for that, but still a very, very cool ambush battle. Really massive thank you to the Discord for sending this in. It was an amazing battle to watch. It was a lot of fun. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it, and I'll see you guys next time, and fish out.